Good morning, good afternoon, guys, and welcome to the first episode of the series. If it ever makes it past the first episode, I hope so. It is 8 a.m. I am very hyped for this, and we're going to talk about a very controversial subject right now. And I found a couple of blogs about it that I will quote, and they will all be in the description. And we're going to talk about something very important, which is the most important subject out of all of the three suggested, which were the civil marriage law, the Orthodox gathering election law, which we will be talking about right now, and the women's right law, which is a year and a bit old. Now, because why the Orthodox election law? Because it is very linked to all the others. If we can solve this one, I'm pretty sure we can solve everything else. We're gonna talk about those in later videos, but for now we're gonna concentrate on the most important one for the moment. Now, on Global Voices Online, there is an article written by Nadakal, which will be in the description. It's called an "Oh My God" law for Lebanon during election year. It's a very good written article. It quotes other major bloggers and tweeters, and this is what I like about this. Now, we're gonna start off by explaining what is the way of elections in Lebanon, because it's a bit different than other countries. Now, members of parliament are elected in each district by universal suffrage, and that is every 4 years. But parliamentary seats are distributed between the different religious communities. Christians get 50% of seats, and Muslims are allocated the other half. In theory, this aims at minimizing discord between the country's 18 religious confessions and ensuring proper representation of all communities. Now, this sounds logical. In practice, members of underrepresented communities accuse the system of gerrymandering. And this is in practice. Unfortunately, the smaller communities of these 18 sects or 18 confessions are not properly represented, and this is what people are trying to solve right now. Now, normally the elections go this way. Lebanon is divided into electoral districts, and citizens in every electoral district vote on their MPs, vote for their MPs, whatever they might be of religious confessions. Now, the Orthodox gathering election law, which they've got, it's an idea they got out. I don't know how, a month and a bit ago. They're very psyched about it. I have no idea why. Number one, releasing or trying to talk about a major electoral law that changes every single thing in the elections since the last update in 1992, I think, from the 1960 election law. Now, 1960 is a long time ago, and so is 1992. So it needs an update, but you're gonna see why it should not be this way. Now, what it suggests is, instead of dividing Lebanon into electoral districts, all citizens in the country vote as member of a single district, and each community will be electing their own MPs. Now, this seems logical, but here's the plot twist. This means that people would only be able to vote for representatives of their own sect. So, this means, in blunt English, if you're a Christian Maronite Catholic in Tripoli, you can only vote for your Christian Maronite Catholic MP in Tripoli or from Tripoli. Half people stopped and wondered how, why. It's a democratic system. Why? If I'm voting for a guy that is running as an MP for my district, isn't he supposed to help me whether I'm Christian or Muslim? I mean, I'm a citizen. Even if I didn't vote for him, it is beyond my understanding. I don't know what they were thinking about. Now, the other thing is how they're defending it. Let's see, people who are defending it quite solidly are the makers or the people that thought out the law. And between those people are Mr. Michel Aoun, a current MP. Now, his idea is that or what? Let's see. I'm gonna post a link in the description to an ad for the law that they put on OTV. Now, I do not personally watch OTV or any other channel. Yeah, I just watch a couple of shows, so I don't really care about people saying, "Oh, he watches" or something. It does not mean anything to me. I am very far away from any political disputes, but I will put a link for the ad they've put on OTV, which I think can, if people were just a bit more aware, they could sue OTV because it is a very just watch it. Just watch it. If people were just a bit more conscious, they could sue the company and just close the entire channel because it is very discriminating and just appalling. It is appalling to me that people are encouraged to think so and to act so. Even the acting is rubbish in this ad. So many people have done counter ads to it or just made fun of it, like on CNN or something. Now, as we've seen, the Orthodox gathering election law seems logical, but in practice, it is not. It pushes everyone into a more sectarian state, which is a leap backward, which is something we are really used to in Lebanon. We always think we're going forward, but we take 10 leaps back, and this law does exactly this. Now, Eli Faris, a blogger, which he has been quoted in the article written by Nadaq, says, "I believe that what the Orthodox law is telling me is unacceptable. But I'm a Christian minority in thinking so. Most Maronite Christians, especially some of our politicians who double as Christian savior wannabes, this is very important, want you to believe that what I believe is wrong. They are telling you that their way is the only way for you to get your rights. It is very true, and I will back that up. When they say that this is the only way to get a proper representation for the Christians, which I believe are between 40 and 45% of the total population of Lebanon. What they're saying is that, quoting, the people that I vote for are rarely given any seat as MPs. Now, this is what Michel Aoun says, and what he promotes on OTV, as we all know. But the thing is, from what I remember, elections are quite different what he thinks they are. From what I know, it's not always the people you vote for that get to be MPs. Or else, why not everyone be an MP? See, you might think that I'm being very illogical right now, but it's the same logic, exactly the same logic that he is using. It does no, just no. It's beyond my understanding. Now, they want you to be, quoting Elifaris again. They want you to believe that if Christians don't elect every single Christian designated MP, then they're being persecuted. And this is true. If I'm Muslim and I can't vote yet, I'm 19, but if I can vote, if the MP is Christian or Muslim, I do not care. As long as the person is actually doing their job, that means they're going to help me and other people in the community, help the entire community to grow and prosper, I will vote for them. May they be Muslim or Christian, I don't care. It is exactly the same thing here. They're pushing people, Christians, to believe that if they do not vote for every single Christian MP and always their designated MP, and that to get that MP to get that person to be MP, they're not really helping, or they're not being well represented. And this is very true. Now, the Orthodox law isn't the way to back our rights. We get back our rights by voting to people who can fight for those rights without turning it into a media propaganda as they kickstart the 2013 election prospects. We get back our rights by actually knowing what our rights are, and let me tell you, those rights are Lebanon's Christians selecting half of its parliament all by themselves. I have to give props to Ali Faris. I could not have said it any better. This is perfect. This is perfect. I want you to read it. I'll have this as an annotation because he has done it perfectly. Now, another person says, if you're an atheist or agnostic, who do you vote for under the Orthodox law? See? I am a strong believer. I am a Muslim believer. That does not mean that I don't understand atheists or Christians or any other religion for that matter. What are they gonna do? Do they not have the right to vote? A lot of people just say, yeah, I'm Muslim, I'm Christian, but actually they're not. So it's highly debatable. It is Elias Muhanna who has called this law the "Oh my God" law because it is seriously irrational. Now, what he says is, under the "Oh my God" law, there will be no hiding the fact that Lebanon's okay, I can't read any English. Constitutional democracy has devolved into nothing more than a constellation of sectarian communities who coexist in uneasy and suspicious alliances. The myth of interconfessional harmony will be shattered. Boom. He hammered it through. It is perfect. It is perfect. It is perfect. See, there are people that actually think and try to help. But we need a better push. This is why I'm starting this. This is why I need more people to think about this. Think about it. Would you want, as a Muslim who thinks logically, or a Christian that thinks logically, would you just want to vote for a Muslim person? Why? Why? I'm going to elect a person that can help me. Whether they can be Muslim or Christian, I don't care. Maybe I'm a Muslim that I live in it. Let's take this for example. if I'm a Muslim and I live in a predominantly Christian society or community, I'm gonna say, why am I not well represented? So, are they gonna have an MP just for me, or just for my the couple of families that live alongside me in a community that is mostly Christian? Why not? If we're gonna talk about if we're gonna pass this law, which I don't know how, we should do exactly the same thing. My uncle came up with this idea. He has some crazy ideas sometimes, but this one actually it mimics the same pattern of thought. Uh, he says, if I live in Halba, or if I was in Halba, that is in Akkad, it is the biggest town I think in Akkad, and he says Halba is predominantly Muslim. If I just went and changed my religion to Christian, then I can ask to be well represented and to have an MP in my community. Now, you might say, why? Why? You're only one person, or you're a handful of people. Well, if we're gonna pass the Orthodox law, it's gonna work on exactly the same way, maybe for Christians or Muslims. You cannot make it work for one religion over the other. It does not make sense. It already highly does not make sense. So how are we gonna pass this? And how are we gonna try to stop it? I wish I could do something. I don't know what these politicians are trying to do. They've already destroyed the country a few times, and by passing this law, I mean, yes, a lot of laws take years before they actually go into service or they actually make an impact. But like some here was Carl Sharrow says, for unintended consequences of the law. Should the Orthodox proposal be adopted, it will be the first time under any election law that secularists will be able to pool their votes nationally, albeit under sectarian groupings. Quoting, sectarian mobilization will be weakened. There is no threat from other voters distorting the process. Paradoxically, sectarian credentials will become less important than competence and political credibility. Local Zama will eventually lose their power, and I wish this would happen. And I wish it would happen without the law passing. Now, if it passes, and they're trying very hard to pass it, there's only one thing we can do: not vote. Not. Why vote? Why? I'm gonna vote for someone that can help me. I'm not gonna vote for someone that has to be from my exact same religion to actually count as someone that I can vote for. It is not democratic. It is not liberal. It is against everything the Lebanese stand for. Again, I am Muslim. I have spent half my life living with my Christian best friends. And to say again, my Christian best friends, we've been friends since, I'd say, since I was 4. So that's almost 15 years ago, let's say. I've been living with Christians for over 15 years. Some of them are like a second family to me. And I would trust them 1,000 times more than any other person. Just saying that I am Muslim and I'm Sunni Muslim and I can only vote for another Sunni Muslim just destroys the idea of living together in harmony in Lebanon. It's very anti-constitutional. I had the Constitution right here with me. Where they teach us about the Constitution at school, but they teach us about the most stupid things in the Constitution, and they don't talk about this. They say a lot of crap, but it does nothing. They say, yeah, Lebanon is a place where all sects live together. We are 18 sects that we're all like brothers. We're all like. It is not that. It is not that. If people are stupid enough to elect people that will elect MPs that will actually come up with such a stupid idea as the Orthodox electoral law, I highly doubt the credentials of voters. Highly. What we can do is not vote. I can't even vote even if I want to. I'm 19. This is why we're aiming this series at people between the ages of 16 and 25, because there are people that are gonna understand what it is, or grow up understanding laws and how everything works. And there are other people that can actually do something. Now, I wish I could. 2,000 miles away. I cannot do anything. If it were up to me, I would march right now in the streets. The moment I heard about this law and I read it online, I had to go online on a blog that I cannot find right now. But I had to go online to understand what this law is. This means that there is a lot of complicity. The media. The media has to explain to people how all this is working. But it's all politically controlled. This is why I don't watch TV when I'm in Lebanon, because it's not worth it. And this is why I'm trying to help here, because as you've seen, people like the writer of this blog, Nadaql, people like Paul Salim that talked about this, people like Eli Faris, people like Ilyas Mhanna, people like Carl Sharro. These people actually think logically. I don't care if you're an atheist, I don't care if you're a Christian, I don't care if you're a Muslim or whatever you do. This law will not benefit you in any way. It is going to destroy the country and destroy it even more than it is already. We need to band together. We need to band together and spread the word, explain what the law is, and try to do something. Try to do something to change. We're not going to leave the country to these politicians, these screwed up politicians that are destroying it more and more every single day and every single minute that passes. We're going to take back Lebanon. Mark my words. Someone's going to do the dirty work. And oftentimes it ends up to be me. I prefer 1,000 times to die young, protecting my country, than to die an old man that has not done anything to change the bitter reality. Quote this. Keep it in mind. I'm pretty sure you do not want to leave Lebanon this way. I sure as hell don't want to. It is my country, and I want to see it flourish and grow. I will not stand and look at these people screw it up over my dead body. Band together, brothers and sisters. We're going to try to do something and spread the word. We're going to make people understand what this law is. We're going to try and explain more and more. And I believe in these 25 minutes, and it deserves 25 minutes to explain, because it is very important. Otherwise, the video would have been 15 minutes tops, as we will do for other subjects. But this video is very important. I've explained the law, and I will put these links in the description, These blogs are absolutely wonderful. They've explained every single thing, and plus, you have every single other contributors to what is written. Read them. Read, understand. It takes 5 minutes. It took me 5 minutes to find this. It takes nothing. It's all accessible. People just have to make the move. And if you do not want to make the move, I will make it for you and I will bring it to your house. I'm bringing this to YouTube right in front of you. All you have to do is, if you're on Twitter, you're on a blog or that has shared this, or if you're on Facebook, anything, just click the damn link and go to the video, and then everything is right in front of you. You do not even have to search it. This is the way that I want to help, or the way I can help currently. So please spread the word. I rely on you. I cannot do this on my own. I am not that much of a not that popular of a person. I need your help, because what I'm thinking about is something very just. It is a just cause. My cause is to take back Lebanon from the people that have destroyed it. The war heroes. They're now the politicians. They're in charge of us and the entire country. So please, again, band together. We're gonna take back Lebanon over our dead bodies.